Welcome, Grenada, Carrico, Piedmont, and the rest of the world. Wherever you are, I'd like to officially welcome you to another Mikey Live program. I'm your host, Mikey Hutchinson. Folks, this is where it all happens. We have so many things to tell you about, man. This is the good, the bad, and the Mikey. We do not have a horse in the race, so of course we are obligating to telling you whatever we have to tell you without fear, favor, or ill will. So brace yourself. It's going to be a night of news, interesting news, might I add. All right, you're getting the good, the bad, and the Mikey. Folks, if you have not yet done so, this is where we encourage you to share the program so that other people know that we are alive. We cannot afford other people coming on late or not coming on at all because they think that the program is off. In fact, we are never off, really. So anyway, you share the business so that we can get some more people to come on to the program. Now, folks, let's take a look at what's making the headlines for tonight. Airport closes ahead of schedule. We're going to tell you about that. We're talking about the MBIA as well. We have the St. Lucia government saying too that they will be closing their airports as of midnight tonight. Grenada Distillers Limited launches new sanitizer product. Very interesting, all right? We're going to tell you about that as well. Grenada on Sunday confirmed its first case of the COVID-19, a woman coming from the UK. We're going to talk about that as well. Keith Rowley speaks on exposing infected persons. He will tell you his opinion on that. No travel to Carrico, limited travel to Carrico. In fact, we have had the Osprey lines, we have had the Amelia and the Dolly C letting people know that they would not be doing business as usual. We're going to tell you more about that. Speaking of business as usual, the Grandlands Bus Association has withdrawn their services pending discussions with the government on operational procedures and protocols. We're going to tell you more about that in a moment. Drug bust at the weekend, that too we'll tell you about, and a killing at La Mode in St. George involving family members. We spoke to the mother of the victim. We'll tell you more about that as well. Hey, Boris Johnson, anyhow you want to put it, has announced a complete UK lockdown amid coronavirus crisis. We're going to tell you more about that in a moment. Folks, the headlines brought to you through the kind compliments of the good folks at Digicel. We are also coming to you through the kind compliments of Nawasa, all right? And of course, our other sponsors in which you're going to hear about in a moment. Thank you as well. If you had a great day today, I'm happy that you did. For those of you who are here in Grenada, you know that it's been really different from going to the supermarkets, to the shop, to the stores, or even at some workplaces, some government offices and church, and you know, everything has been interrupted as a result of the COVID-19, but that too we'll be talking about in a moment. Folks, we're about to take our first break, and when we come back, it will be real news in Oli Lily Lulu. So brace all yourself, and remember, share the business.
We enjoy the luxury of a quality water supply, but it can come to this. Have adequate storage.
Grenada is the place to be June 5th to 7th for the highly anticipated Grenada Music Festival 2020, featuring two-time Grammy Award winners Kool and the Gang, Coco T, Romaine Virgo, Marcia Griffiths, Arturo Tappan, Crossfire, Nadia Batson, Was Ways, Vaughn, and the Dancehall Emperor, Shallow Ranks. 3 nights of amazing music, great food, and pure Grenada hospitality. Grenada Music Festival 2020, June 5th to 7th, Quarantine Park, Grenada. Tickets available online at gotofet.com. Book your flights at hotel today. This ad is sponsored by the Grenada Tourism Authority.
I see trees of green, red roses too. I see them bloom
for me and you.
I see friends shaking hands, saying, how do you do? They're really saying, I love you. What a wonderful world.
Why not stay in? Turn off the alarm clock and sleep some more on your perfect mattress from Quartz. for the widest range of mattresses from the world's best brands. The best value guaranteed. Shop today and let our sleep experts help you to decide on the best option to suit your needs. At Quartz, we don't just sell mattresses. We're offering you the best night's sleep. So, sleep in a little on your new mattress from Quartz. Quartz, bringing value home.
Are you looking to rent chairs and tables? Then call Waggy T Rentals. We rent tables and chairs for any event. We have 7 different types of chairs: plastic, folding chairs, gray and white, resin white chairs, conference chairs, even Shivari chairs in gold and white. We also rent 6 feet and 8 feet rectangular folding tables, 4 feet and 5 feet round tables, and even cocktail tables. Give us a call at 444-RENT. That's 444-7368. Or visit our office at Frequente Industrial Park, Grand St. George.
All right, folks, again, so we'd like to say welcome to you on the program. And those of you who are always here, again, you know, it's always a pleasure. And we need to say that every time because, of course, you are instrumental in the success of this program. And, of course, we want to say thank you. And for the first time come as well, blessings to you. Now, we received a late night correspondence, and that came from the government on Sunday. With one imported case, they say, of the COVID-19 confirmed, the government of Grenada announces a date change in its airport's operations regarding commercial passenger traffic, effective 11:59 p.m. tonight, which was yesterday, Sunday, March 22nd, and until further notice, our airports will be closed to all commercial passenger traffic. Now, aircraft carrying cargo and pre-approved medical personnel will be allowed to land as necessary. All right, now that created a whole stir because there were some persons who were in transit at the time heading to Grenada and were stuck on various airports. One such airport was the Grantley Adams International Airport, Barbados, where we had several Grenadians who called into the program, well, actually on news desk, expressing their frustration and the need for some sort of intervention. At about 3 o'clock, I received confirmation that the folks came into Grenada one way or the next. Somehow they were able to get into Grenada. So of course, if there were previous reports that they were stuck in Barbados, I will provide that update to you now to say that I have received confirmation that they were here, landed safely in Grenada. We have some announcements. First, from the National Water and Sewage Authority, as we fight together to deal with the threat of the COVID-19, NAWASA reminds you of the following. For bill payment, kindly utilize online platforms. Additionally, checkbox facilities at the main office on the Carenage or Dusty Highway sub-office are also available. We are still faced with dry season conditions, so kindly ensure that water storage is a priority. We recommend a 3-day supply of 35 gallons of water per person per day. Follow the guidelines by the Ministry of Health and the World Health Organization so as to protect your health, families, and that of your employees. Remain at home if you are unwell or are exhibiting flu-like symptoms or the COVID-19 virus. Do not visit our offices and any office for that matter, all right? They say due to space limitations as a result of the social distancing, we may not be able to accommodate all customers at the same time, all right? So they say that they are soliciting your understanding in that regard, all right? And they say at NAWASA they love having you visit their offices, but your safety and that of their employees is of paramount importance in the fight against the COVID-19. All right, so they're saying that they have a number of options available, and that is to provide support to you. This is an essential service. So if you want to report a leak or have any account queries, you can do so. Call 440-2155, that's customer service, and they have an emergency line, 292 or 473-435-0715. They have a WhatsApp number, 459-606-4 4. They say they have their social media platform as well, and you can also check them out on their website, nawasa.gd. So they have Facebook, Instagram. Check out Nawasa, right? Okay, audio. Now, if all you hear me cough, is because sometimes the AC is really cold, all right? So don't turn off all the thing. Yeah, I mean, yeah, no. As we enter the next phase of our response plan to COVID-19, the Real Value IGA supermarket says that they are following all health protocols for the public spaces. Effective Sunday, March 22nd, that was yesterday, Real Value IGA established the following. A maximum number of customers who are allowed inside the store at a given time, right? Also, customers will be asked to follow the guidelines at the store for safe distancing as they want to enter and, as they wait to enter and as you prepare to check out at the register station. And also, customers would be instructed by the cashiers when it is their turn to approach the register. And they say they want to thank you for the thing. You know, I said, next, please. You know, not like you're going to jam up people. Social distancing, but you don't jam, you don't be feeling things behind your back. You know what I mean? Feeling things touching you. 6 feet, all you don't know what 6 feet is. Only touching up people. Why is that one, Jed? Oh, gosh. Only right. So with a shortage of the hand sanitizers and stuff like that, right? The Grenada Distillers Limited, they came up with this cool stuff. Let me see if I could get a so they now have hand sanitizers. That's right. They are being innovative, in other words, right? You know, they produce spirits and so on, spirituous liquor and stuff. And so they decided that they were going to put this brand new product on the market. And so it has come to a reality. Hey, big up Steve Duncan, but yeah, get your message. You know what I mean? What do you think, boy? I think somehow I forgot to. Yeah, it's been crazy, right? To get the picture for you, right? So you know that mentholated spirits looking bottle, right? Well, you know most of their drinks are in that bottle, right? All right. So they come up with this thing. Let me show you what it looks like. So all you know what we're gonna ask for, all right? I do not think it's a bad idea at all. You understand? Because with the whole fact that imports have been interrupted to some degree and so on, you gotta get the good stuff, and we have the stuff here. You don't worry. Look it all the, look it here. So take a look at this. All right. So according to the Grenada Distillers Limited, the health and the safety of our employees, customers, and all members of the Clark's Court family are on the highest priority to us. We also understand that everyone has concerns about the COVID-19. You understand? So they say, as part of the distillery's efforts to combat the spread of the virus, we have already implemented additional precautionary measures, including and not limited to, and well, they spoke of increased cleaning, establishing high traffic areas such as washrooms, lunchrooms, and so, especially those areas. Sorry, they say they're doing all the little thing. All right, provision of hand sanitizers for all employees. All right, and they say that they posted guidelines and so on and so forth. Okay, and part of it is the production of a sanitizing solution that will be available at all supermarkets and pharmacies island-wide. You understand? So all you look out for this hand sanitizer bottle. You understand? Jano. You can call 444-5363, 417-9815, or 420-1399 to speak about any business relating to that. But yeah, boy, I'll get you, dog. You understand? I'll get you. That one is. So, folks, don't worry about the shortage of hand sanitizer. Now we are producing here in Grenada our very own hand sanitizer. All right. So, now, I guess by now you know that Grenada has recorded its very first case of the coronavirus. The Ministry of Health made that announcement on Sunday. The first laboratory confirmed the case of the COVID-19 in Grenada. It was diagnosed, and in fact, it was a woman who came in from the UK, people. Yeah. And despite the fact that we announced that we had our first case, Grenada was one of the last countries to have a confirmed case of the COVID-19. This is how it went yesterday at the emergency press conference.
Over the past months, and most definitely in the last several weeks, the Ministry of Health has been working assiduously to hopefully, or at best, prevent the introduction of COVID-19 onto our shores. But however, we also were realistic in that those efforts were meant to delay any possible introduction in order to give us time, precious time to prepare, precious time to plan, and precious time to be able to deal with what, as every other country in the world is beginning to realize, is the inevitable introduction. So, I announce that today, Sunday, March 22nd, 2020, the first laboratory confirmed case of COVID-19 in Grenada was diagnosed. Officials of the Ministry of Health are now aggressively conducting contact tracing. This is an imported case, and the patient is now in isolation to prevent the potential spread of the disease. She arrived in Grenada from the United Kingdom on March the 16th. She became symptomatic on March the 17th and was subsequently tested. I assure you that our very capable medical team have been actively following up and engaging in contact tracing. We are already moving to isolate and monitor several other individuals who were in close contact with the patient. This will continue for the next 14 days at minimum. The patient is exhibiting mild symptoms, so we are encouraged, but we are not complacent.
All right, folks, and so that is coming from the Ministry of Health. Of course, that announcement that Grenada had recorded its first case of the COVID-19. Many people after that asked for the address and the name of the individual, but not many people agree that the identity of the person or persons who are confirmed to have the coronavirus should be released to the general public. On that note, the question was asked to Prime Minister of Trinidad and Tobago, Honorable Keith Rowley, by a journalist. This was his response.
On people on social media who have revealed the identities of some of these patients.
What is your view? If it was your family, would you accept it? Would you like that? If it was you, would you like that? And that's the answer. Do not unto others that which is done unto you will cause you pain. That is all we can ask for. That's called the golden rule. Persons who do that, as I say, we as a nation, we are better than that. Think if that was your sister or your mother, would you like that to happen? That is why before this virus was you couldn't go into a hospital ward and take a picture of a person on a bed. It's forbidden. It's forbidden because those things can have consequences for the people who are the victims. And you are further victimizing them. It's not social media, it's just you being nasty. That's what it is.
Whoa! Okay. Moving right along. It is not business as usual for people who want to traverse between the islands, Grenada, Carriacou, and Petite Martinique. We've received correspondence regarding that. Now, it says that after consultation with the Carriacou and the Petite Martinique COVID-19 response team, as Grenada recorded its first case of the COVID-19, the general public is hereby informed of the following changes in operations of Osprey Lines Limited, Dolly C, and Amelia. Osprey Lines suspends operations between Grenada and Carriacou for 14 days in the first instance, effective Monday, 23rd March 2020. Dolly C and Amelia will not be accepting any passengers. However, they will only accept cargo for 14 days in the first instance, effective Monday, 23rd March 2020. Now, they say the suspension of travel by Osprey Lines Limited and change in operations by the Dolly C and Amelia is to restrict the possibilities of community spread of the coronavirus as health professionals facilitate contact tracing. Now, the next thing that we have to tell you about, boy, is that we also received correspondence from the Grand Bus Association. Now, it says here, on March 13, in the Prime Minister's address to the nation, he had asked the persons to refrain from using public transportation where possible. Coupled with massive closure of businesses along our route, we noticed a 50% decrease in the number of passengers traveling the Grand Dance route. Now, it goes on to say here from the Grand Bus Association, preventing the spread of coronavirus, the COVID-19, to the public, our families, and sustainability of our industry is most important to this association. For this reason, we implemented our cleaning and sanitization protocols for all buses. We met with representatives from the government last Thursday and made a plea for assistance to continue increased sanitization of our buses throughout the day. We also had other discussions to address the loss of income in our sector. Now, presently, we have not received any confirmation for any of our suggestions, and more businesses on our route was closed or has closed their doors, which we believe will result in further decrease in revenue. At the Ministry of Health's press conference released, well, that would have been yesterday, one case of coronavirus was confirmed in the country. With social distancing, it is no longer feasible to ply the Grand Dance route while we await the finalization of a proper transportation protocol. We are now forced to strengthen our fight against the COVID-19 by temporarily withdrawing our services effective Monday, 23rd March. And then they say that they want to apologize for an inconvenience caused, but this has become necessary to protect our members, family, and you, the public, as we meet with the Minister of Transport to finalize protocols. All right, so they're saying since they have not had anything official, then they will not be doing any trips. All right, and that's for members of that particular association. Folks, in spite of all this, the trade continues, and the police has put out information regarding a drug bust. Yeah, I'm telling you, despite all that's going on, yeah. So, we received this correspondence from the police. Look it on the screen. One man is in police custody, assisting them with investigation into the seizure of 268 pounds of compressed cannabis. Listen to this. The drug was an estimated street value of $607,824. Shall I repeat? $607,824. It was confiscated on Monday, that's today, just around 4 a.m. at Big Bay Telescope St. Andrew during a joint operation by officers attached to the drug squad and rapid response unit. So if you combine this to the 2 drug busts from, was it last week, right? Last week, this is about $1 million in drugs, right? Hey, I tell you, I don't smoke. I'm not an advocate of smoking. I would never smoke in my life. I would never encourage anybody to smoke. Smoking is bad for your health. All you find a way to get some money out of the business. Because times go get hard with the coronavirus. I telling all everybody. No more politics with the business. Alright. Alright. I will hear about all you. I go hear about all you. Don't say I didn't tell all you, no. Okay. And anything, anyway, let me leave that talk. Let me leave that talk, eh? Now, all you, there was a killing on the weekend in Lamode. Understand? And police, they are investigating the death of a 47-year-old man of Lamode, St. George. Now, according to a police report, the deceased succumbed to injuries sustained during an altercation on Sunday, 22nd March 2020. He was pronounced dead at the General Hospital at about 6 p.m. One man is in custody assisting police with their investigation. An autopsy is pending to determine the actual cause of death. Now, Christiana Simon is the mother of the deceased. And you know what she said? They are family members, an uncle and a nephew. And she said that they had an okay relationship, but she do not know what happened.
Well, the truth is, they used to live good because he used to go up there, they coming down here and everything. So I don't know what had become of them thing. Because when he leave yesterday morning, he left here and he go up. Me, I did on him, me don't know what's going on. While I going up now to meet Fimba, that's I pity my big son wasn't here because he gone to work this morning. I gonna meet him now because he was off. I want to going up the road, I coming back down and I hear the scene about they had this dispute up there. So I don't know who hit first, I know. And I can't get it to know up to now. Because who hit, gone run, and then he running down, they say, and he was the big boy, this my nephew was behind him coming. And they go up the road, the house up the road. And the nephew went up behind him in the house and I just started him whatever he do. I didn't do. I know that.
Oh Lord. Folks, how many more, man? In a time like this, we're talking about homicide. In a time like this, we're talking about killing. In a corona period, we're talking about killing a dog. Like, I don't know. So far, 2020 is shaping up in terms of murders / homicides in Grenada. It's going to be, if it doesn't stop, if this current trend doesn't stop, we will be recording one of the highest homicide rates in recent times in Grenada, if this trend is to continue. How do we see? God forbid we had to stop that. You understand? Stop it. I didn't understand. Huh? It affects many people. As founder and chairman of the internationally recognized brand Garden, Butch Stewart, talking about sandals now, said that the chain will close its properties from March 30th to May 15th. Citing recent global travel warnings and airline cancellations, he said that they were compelled to make that difficult decision. He says that never could we have imagined the impact the current global health crisis would have on the world. In these unprecedented times, and now more than ever, the safety and health of our valued guests is of paramount importance. As a result of the closure, the chain, which includes its beach resorts locations, will not accept new arrivals as of March 23rd. Yo, this hurts. It hurts bad. So that's sandals. Okay? And Boris Johnson in the UK announced stringent measures going forward, announcing a lockdown.
Give the British people a very simple instruction. From this evening, I must give the British people a very simple instruction. You must stay at home. Because the critical thing we must do to stop the disease spreading between households. That is why people will only be allowed to leave their home for the following very limited purposes. Shopping for basic necessities as infrequently as possible. One form of exercise a day, for example, a run, walk or cycle, alone or with members of your household. Any medical need to provide care or to help a vulnerable person, and travelling to and from work, but only where this is absolutely necessary and cannot be done from home. That's all. These are the only reasons you should leave your home. You should not be meeting friends. If your friends ask you to meet, you should say no. You should not be meeting family members who do not live in your home. You should not be going shopping except for essentials like food and medicine. And you should do this as little as you can. And use food delivery services where you can. If you don't follow the rules, the police will have the powers to enforce them, including through fines and dispersing gatherings. To ensure compliance with the government's instruction to stay at home, we will immediately close all shops selling non-essential goods, including clothing and electronic stores, and other premises, including libraries, playgrounds and outdoor gyms and places of worship. We'll stop all gatherings of more than 2 people in public, excluding people you live with. And we'll stop all social events, including weddings, baptisms and other ceremonies, but excluding funerals.
Wow. Whoa. So, yeah, the British people have it hard there right now. St. Lucia has recorded a second case of the coronavirus. And so now they are going to be restricting travel as of midnight, around peak tier. All right. So they are going to be restricting travel as of midnight. We're talking about the folks out there in St. Lucia. All right. Now the government of St. Lucia announced the closure of St. Lucia Airport to all incoming commercial and private flights. All right. And all airports will be closed to all incoming passengers, and they say that will go until April 5th, 2020. Earlier, according to the eyewitness news in St. Vincent and the Grenadines, a very tragic incident happened recently. All right, very interesting, where a relative is accused of killing. So a mentally ill man, in other words, they say mentally ill, quote unquote, right? Charged with his grandfather's murder. And listen to this. His grandfather was 94 years old. And the eyewitness news was able to capture him on his way to the court and from the court.
David, me could come out.
Who's this? Is that you? Is that you?
Me could come out.
Take your time, man. Who's this?
Me could come out.
Who's this person?
Me could come out in the handcuff and watch me hand them officer kill them.
Come, take your time.
Come now, man. Ah, you want to kill me?
Bobby, bring him on. Bobby. Hold on.
And if you like going there, okay, run. And if you pull off my hand and rip me off, you'll come for. My name is Jamal John. Everybody saying, yes. Run and let me save you. Boy, let me go. Let me go. Jesus said it's finished. This is the truth and this is the truth. Man, me forgive her, me cry, do me this, dog, and my hand there. Let me go, please, now. Yes, please. Me not go, man, me no want to tell you, no man. Come now, come friend, no man. I live good now, so I'll eat for every Sunday. Forgive me, please. Let me go on my knees, oh God. Oh God, forgive me, please. I didn't do anything wrong. No bullet in my head, don't know. And I'm living. Jesus Christ, come now and forgive me. And if it happened and nothing ain't happened to me, it's the truth. Look me here. I can't even touch the ground. Look me here. What is that, sir? A demon from hell. And I last demon. And that my cousin, that my auntie, this is Dejan, and who started it, Fidel. And he had the phone camera here, so. And when you walk in me, Fidel, because I want to take a picture and show you how much is a pussy. And you see, and you see auntie, and I'm supposed to go away hospital. This is Fidel. My name is Jamal John, and we still ain't same people. Fidel, what happened? Eh?
So, of course, you can check out the Eyewitness News for follow-up on that story as they usually would. And that's a situation that happened in St. Vincent and the Grenadines. Alright, so we continue right here, and this is Mikey Live, folks. Many of the stories that you viewed on tonight's program can be found on our website. That's MikeyLive.com. That's MikeyLive.com. Now, it's been a really heavy night of news, and so just to break the ice a bit, you know that with students home these days, parents will now have more interaction with them, finding out the hard way what their children is really made of.
Ms. Johnson? Yes. This is Country Wayne, Dwayne Coley. Yeah, Tamar's dad. Yeah, I was just calling to let you know that I'd like to thank you for everything you have done with my child this year. And the incident we had earlier in the year when I was like, you don't know my child. I don't know him either. Yes, no, I was calling. I just feel like I didn't know that you teachers had it so hard. This boy, do he fart in your class? Yeah, I know. Oh my God, I thought it was Corona. I thought it was a new level. I just want to let you know, this is so stressful. This is stressful. No, I'm gonna be okay. I just want to know when they come back. Yeah, no, I don't want to hear that. They come back. No, Ms. Johnson, you understand? They got to go back. Ms. Johnson, don't have faith. Do you believe in God? They got to come back. Yes. No, I'm okay. I'm fine. I am. No, it's just the work you've been saying, and I'm like, you don't understand, and neither do I. I know you said one problem, and you were like, what did Jill use? How much units did she have for the rectangle? I was like, what Jill Scott doing playing with rectangles? She too old for that. She's a grown woman. I was confused. I just want to let you know that I feel like y'all teachers deserve more, and you are a hero to me. And I'm going to be okay, and I know school coming back. Yes, it is. It is coming back. Have faith. And until it come back, I was just, who at your house? I was like, who at your house? Or who at your house? I said, who at your house? God, I was trying to send him over there. I was trying to send him over. Hello? Ms. Johnson? Hello? Hi. You don't know?
That's the reality of the situation these days. It takes some bonding with your children or some extra time with your children to find out what they are really made of, and then you would appreciate their teachers a little bit more. We take a break and return shortly.
We enjoy the luxury of a quality water supply, but it can come to this. Have adequate storage.
I see trees of green red roses too. I see them bloom
for me and you.
I see friends shaking hands, saying, how do you do? They're really saying, I love you. What a wonderful world.
Why not stay in, turn off the alarm clock, and sleep some more on your perfect mattress from Quartz? For the widest range of mattresses from the world's best brands, the best value guaranteed. Shop today and let our sleep experts help you to decide on the best option to suit your needs. At Quartz, we don't just sell mattresses, we're offering you the best night's sleep. So, sleep in a little on your new mattress from Quartz. Quartz, bringing value home.
Are you planning an event or looking to rent tents? Then call the tent experts at Waggy T Tent Rentals. We rent tents for all occasions. Tents in different colors, styles, and 25 different sizes, from as little as 10 by 10 to as large as 100 by 40. Call us at 439-TENT. That's 439-8368. Or visit our office at Frequente Industrial Park, Grand Anse, St. George. We are Grenada's tent people.
Yes, Grenada's tent people. All right, folks, I see that we are quickly running out of time, and so we have to transition into the national report.
PAHO team lauds Grenada's COVID-19 preparedness and mitigation efforts. We'll have details to this story and more in the national report. With the details to the news for Monday, March 23rd, I am Rakisha St. Louis. A team from the Pan American Health Organization has praised Grenada for what it says is a significant amount of work undertaken in all of the functional areas in response to COVID-19. Dr. Rufus Ewing, PAHO's advisor for health systems and services for Barbados and the Caribbean, commended Grenada for its work in this area. Dr. Ewing and 4 other members of a PAHO delegation are here to do an assessment and to assist Grenada in looking at its readiness for COVID-19.
Identifying various triaging areas for persons who are suspected of having the disease, looking at the transport systems, having a dedicated ambulance services with personnel for transport of persons who are suspected of having COVID, as well as the development of the various isolation areas and treatment for individuals. And thus far, they have identified the areas within the private ward systems. They have a total of about 17 beds available now, almost now, for the isolation and treatment of COVID patients. And I noticed this morning there's additional staffing coming from Cuba, nursing staff, and we are here to continue to help train individuals in the area of infection prevention control, rationalize the use of the PPEs, the personal protective equipment, which they do have, but in plans to get more on island here. And it's important that we, yes, protect staff, but at the same time, in protecting staff, we need to ensure that the PPEs are used appropriately so that they can last for the duration of this epidemic.
Dr. Ewing says Grenada's progress is surpassing expectations.
You have more than I thought based on our last assessment and review, based on because I think the country responded to a questionnaire analysis that we did, and based on that there were some gaps and deficiencies, and those gaps have been covered. Particularly the isolation units and quarantine facilities, etc. So I'm happy with the progress that has been made, and I think they are ready to deal with COVID cases. Yes, is there room for improvement? Yes, and we'll continue to do so as we evolve. I mean, there are many other countries much more resourceful than Grenada that is not as prepared as they should be. And so And so, yes, I think they are prepared, but there are room for improvement, and we will discuss those with the staff tomorrow as to how we can better prepare.
He urged the people to utilize the helplines 458-4787 and 538-4787 if experiencing flu symptoms to reduce the risk of transmission and infection, especially in a public transportation system. Health Minister Honorable Nicholas Steele is warning that some individuals can be forcefully quarantined if they do not adhere to the advice for self-quarantine or social distancing. During an emergency press conference Sunday to confirm Grenada's first case of COVID-19, Minister Steele said the ministry is concerned that many choose to ignore these calls, putting the rest of society in danger. The powers of the sanitary authority dictates that this is now a crime.
It is now seen as a crime. It is now a crime to disobey the instructions of the CMO and the sanitary authority, i.e. Dr. George Mitchell and the Minister of Health and the Ministry of Health personnel, which is a criminal offense and also gives us the authority to forcefully quarantine anyone out there that is carrying out irresponsible behavior, which is whether you are an individual on your own, not maintaining the social distancing, whether you are the owner of a private business that is allowing activities to continue on your property that is not maintaining the social distancing, or whether you are a group of individuals who decide to celebrate or continue to celebrate whatever occasion it is, and you don't maintain the social distancing. Any and all of you are, one, terribly irresponsible, putting the rest of us at risk, have no excuse, and as such will be dealt with accordingly, if not by us in the Ministry of Health and Police and the law, but by our own people who will never forget you if you too are part of the cause of possible community spread in Grenada.
Minister Steele pointed out that social distancing must be adhered to and that calls for a level of personal discipline.
We are aware of individuals in our society who do not have the discipline to date to maintain the social distancing. And these irresponsible individuals are putting the rest of us at risk. As such, the ministry and the government, in conjunction with the police, RGPF, will be taking the necessary actions as we move forward to ensure as best as possible that social distancing is maintained by all who are here in Grenada, Carriacou, and Petit Martinique.
Grenada currently has 8 ventilators and 10 to 15 more are expected soon. Minister Steele says he is hoping to further increase that number, and they also expect to receive close to 2,000 test kits this week. This is the National Report. We'll have more news after the break.
COVID-19 spreads from person to person through the droplets that are produced when someone coughs or sneezes, which makes it easy to spread between people in close contact. Now let's get prepared to stay healthy.
To reduce your chance of catching or spreading COVID-19, practice these simple everyday preventative measures. Droplets can also land on surfaces, so ensure that you wash your hands frequently for a minimum of 20 seconds or sing the happy birthday song twice. Avoid touching your face, especially your eyes, nose, and mouth. If soap and water are not readily available, use an alcohol-based hand sanitizer with an alcohol content between 60 and 90%. 70% is ideal.
When you cough or sneeze, cover your nose and mouth with a flexed elbow or a tissue. Dispose of the tissue immediately and then wash your hands. If you notice someone has a fever and cough or other symptoms of respiratory illness, avoid close contact when possible. Let's all do our part to ensure that each and every Grenadian remains healthy. Our health is our collective responsibility.
Welcome back. The Ministry of Health is now conducting contact tracing following confirmation of Grenada's first laboratory confirmed case of COVID-19. The patient, a Grenadian by birth, arrived in Grenada from the UK via Virgin Atlantic.
This is an imported case, and the patient is now in isolation to prevent the potential spread of the disease. She arrived in Grenada from the United Kingdom on March the 16th. She became symptomatic on March the 17th and was subsequently tested. I assure you that our very capable medical team have been actively following up and engaging in contact tracing. We are already moving to isolate and monitor several other individuals who were in close contact with the patient. This will continue for the next 14 days at minimum. The patient is exhibiting mild symptoms, so we are encouraged, but we are not complacent.
Acting Chief Medical Officer Dr. Francis Martin has assured that they are monitoring persons who would have been in close contact with the individual. He says while they are satisfied that they have the ability to test, community transmission can pose a problem.
Let us avoid having to deal with a situation where we need widespread community testing. I really hope we do not reach that stage, and we could only stay away from that stage based on the efforts of our people, the efforts of our citizens to avoid social gatherings and to take the precautions that we've been preaching. Wash your hands with soap and water, use hand sanitizer, avoid being in 6 feet of other persons, be careful with what you do, wipe your door handles. If our citizens follow this, we will never reach to a stage where we need to do widespread testing, because we will never reach to a stage where we have widespread community transmission. Citizens, we need to stop widespread community transmission so that we don't have the need for widespread testing.
With Grenada being one of the last countries in the world to have an imported case of COVID-19, he says we need to continue to do the right things as a people to come out of the situation better. Finally, in the news, Prime Minister and Minister for Finance, Dr. the Right Honorable Keith Mitchell, on Friday announced his government's plans to infuse positive financial and mental impact amidst the global pandemic COVID-19. Dr. Mitchell said government has been proactive and aggressive in its approach since January to cushion the effects of the coronavirus. Beginning April into the month of June, in the first instance, government will lend financial support to hoteliers, vendors, taxi operators, the Grenada Development Bank, the National Insurance Scheme, fishermen and farmers.
Work tirelessly to avoid staff layoffs and the loss of livelihood in the tourism sector by providing $20 million worth of payroll support to the hoteliers, restaurants, bars, small travel agents. Adjust the small hoteliers facility at the Grenada Development Bank to support all hoteliers by injecting an additional $7 million to this facility. Work with the NIS, that's the National Insurance Scheme, to provide unemployment benefit support due to the fallout of this pandemic, initially estimated at $10 million. Government commits to ensuring that the cost of electricity will be reduced by 30% for the months of March, April, and May in the first instance to all consumers.
Dr. Mitchell gave the assurance that Grenada will continue to dialogue with international lending agencies who continuously give support in the face of crisis.
We continue to work with our friends and partners, such as the International Monetary Fund, the World Bank, the Eastern Caribbean Central Bank, and other institutions and friendly governments to pursue any other avenues that will provide us some measure of stability. We are grateful for their continued support. Sisters and brothers, friends, the word global has never had more meaning than it does today. We are all currently facing the same crisis and very similar challenges, and no one can afford to be myopic or bigoted in this fight. We have no choice but to work together.
Prime Minister Mitchell's address came 2 days before the Ministry of Health confirmed Grenada's first case of the COVID-19. That story just ended the national report for today, Monday, March 23rd. Let's recap the top story. PAHO team lauds Grenada's COVID-19 preparedness and mitigation efforts. On behalf of the entire news team here at the Government Information Service, I am Rakisha St. Louis saying thank you for joining us. Until next time.
All right, thank you very much. And the rest of the team there, we want to thank you for the national report. We need to quickly take a look at the weather. And it's a little partly cloudy. I don't think we will, if ever we get some, it will be light showers, all right? Temperature tonight, minimum 23.5 degrees Celsius. Max for today, 30.0 degrees Celsius. Winds east-northeasterly to easterly at 10 to 20 miles per hour. And seas slight to moderate, waves 4 to 6 feet in open waters. And that's your weather report for tonight. And of course, we wish you all the best. All right, guys. We want to say thank you again to all the people on the live, man. We have with us Zaka and Mishi and Noreen and Shermaine and Esther, Cynthia, Suzette, Angel, Joyous. Camille is with us as well. And I see that we have with us Deborah and Rachel. Big up Jennifer as well. Danica and Sharon is with us as well. Who else I see with us? We have Trevelyn, we have Veron, we have Shireen and Kirin, Louisa, Ventress, Valencia, and everyone, Louisa, everyone, man. I just want to say thank you for watching, all right? Angel, I see that you're there as well. And Michelle. So Mom, Lintana, Mariel, Mr. McQueen, Zelan, Mikaya, everyone, my family, your family, remember to wash your hands, keep your hands off your face, and if you have flu-like symptoms, call the authorities, and so on. Grenada has recorded its first coronavirus case, and so we do not want any more, so do the necessaries. All right, folks, that's as far as we can go for the night, and I thank you for watching. And remember, if you have not yet done so, please go ahead and share the program so that other people get an opportunity to view. That's it for tonight. I say thank you very much, and may God richly bless you and yours. All right, let's do this in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and we all say, Ja! No! Good night, everyone. May God bless you.